How you now, guys? Okay, so here's what we have. We have a system, okay, that's going to take as it moves up in the water column. I've still got to drill the holes through it, okay. As the water pressure gets into here from the bottom, it's going to slowly lift this up and move it around, moving these bearings, okay. So then as it weaves through and around, because these bearings are going to be, or these marbles are going to be sitting in some divots that we may or may not want ground into it. And I'm thinking, yep, we do. The engineering in this place is just so extreme, but very purposefully thought out, okay? And once everything is in, okay, and that's all it's going to do in the water, okay. And as it does, and these get pushed up, okay, that center post is going to make contact and grind its way through, okay, and meet that water. So now we can introduce a top water flow to backflow this water when it fills in, okay. So it's slowly going to spin around, displace the marbles, okay, or the stones, bearings that they want to gouge the perimeter of the wall. Now, because I don't want this glass to be eroded, I'm not going to put any sand in it, and I'm not going to put anything that has scratches on it, because as soon as a piece of debris or a nick in the glass is picked up by one of these marbles, it's going to catch itself in there and pinch a piece of the marble off, okay. We don't want that. We want to keep them smooth and running so that we can see through the clear glass, okay. So yeah, so what it does is it just, that's all it's doing, spinning them, making them, you know, circling around the center hole already, trying to find the center of it. Okay, once it clicks into one of those marbles, it'll wear that marble away. Okay, which is why I want to back flush it, so that we flush all debris out, okay, instead of keeping the debris inside and having the marbles catch on the inside. As it's just dust that's being generated in the center, okay, it's very easy to control and get it out of the system. Okay, so essentially all we got in the top is just a big fancy marble machine, okay. Now, the whole purpose of this is to throw in, crunch up, or take in stuff like this, crunch it up into small pieces, okay, as it wears away, and then have it drop into the center. The center starts to smooth it out as it goes into the system and gets caught into these cracks in between the walls, okay. It's going to force up a new piece of shaped debris, okay, to spec each and every time, okay, as it rolls around the perimeter. At the end of it, we should have proper sized stones that are equally distributed and evenly marked out. Now, that little section there that's in between this lip and this lip will wind up being slid up and down on another piece of stone so that we get the shape. Now, how is it supposed to work? Like this. Okay, that's part of the shaping. Okay, anytime I want to shape a groove or a divot in a stone, I'll take it and I'll just ride it back and forth over the material, and that forces a nice divot to appear. So we are going to wind up grinding some of this glass on the surfaces where we want some of these to happen, right? Because then next, what we're going to do is when we put our lid on, we're going to have something similar to this, okay? That's going to reach out because the divot's on top, reach out, bring a marble in, to the system and set up another marble. It comes out. Now, as the snakes show, okay, as the snakes show, a little wiggle, okay? So there will be a nose ground onto here as it rides across that divot and wears a nose profile in. Once it does, it'll follow that profile in and out and up and down all around, depending on what profile is cut into the top, the side, here, and in between. Okay, now the symbology on the sight T-pillars, okay, does show this rocking action. Okay, so we need a whole bunch of these all the way around the perimeter, and then hopefully it's gonna wear a groove into the whole stone to be able to drop this piece here, leave this remaining piece on the outside, and then have this half slide up and down with this assembly and those marbles down below. Okay, so it's going to slowly take worn tiles into itself and line the whole cup on the inside. As it does that, it'll permanently be pushed upwards, and then the next cup inside, same deal. Okay, so it's cup and a cup and a cup and a cup and a cup, and a lot of wearing around the perimeters on this site. Okay, now the T-pillars that rock back and forth, okay, are already in place. The ones that need to take up a profiling from that little stick, this little guy, okay, oops, sorry, like that, okay, and then these perimeter stones. Okay, so anyways, how you now, guys? Have a good evening. Look at that snow, it's lovely.